No, we can actually see.
What's up, y'all? Kaden with Triple Option. Back with our Week 9 preview. You got your boy Kaden, Dylan, and Tyler. First, we got to go over our Week 8. Week 8 was pretty successful for the boys. Not bad at all. Tyler won 12. Dylan won 11. And I went 14. So, really, my brain is huge, and I missed
Are we
out on
tied then?
So that brings Tyler is still in the lead at 74 and 122. I am right behind him at 73 and 122.
Mm-hmm.
And Dylan is stinking up last place with 69. Nice.
Still close. Still close.
So I'm going to pick wrong the rest of the year.
Yeah, might as well. But, we had Tyler get an upset correct, so he's at 4 and 8.
Back on track.
I also got my upset correct, so now I'm 3 and 8. Dylan did not get his, so he stays at 3 and 8. So that magical run seems like it was just magic. I know the lock of the Eagles last week was pretty stressful for Tyler.
Definitely watched.
Dylan, you locked the Ravens, and I think that was pretty easy. I locked the Dolphins, and that wasn't too worried. So remember, we can't lock the same teams this upcoming week. And remember what's on the line with that. Dancing until we can figure.
I will say this week's gonna be scary because the usual locks actually have some good games.
That's true.
I know
That's true.
It's scary looking.
But we're gonna go ahead and just jump right in. Make sure we got the right one. Thursday Night Football, a game that you may or may not catch us on stream. Maybe. Titans at Steelers. Dylan, I'm going to start with you, the big Will Levis guy. I imagine you're going Titans, but I need some explaining why.
I'm actually not. I'm going to stick with the Steelers. The Titans are just kind of in a weird place right now. They decided to start their two backup quarterbacks in the same game, so they don't know what they're doing. Steelers somewhat have an identity, so I'm going to go with the Steelers.
Okay. What about you, Tyler?
This one I'm really 50-50 on because the Steelers are a pretty good defense, but if they were for sure starting Levis, I'd be Titans all the way. But after hearing the press,
it came out it's 100% Levis.
Okay, because I thought a press conference where they might try to get Tannehill out there. I'm going Titans then. I don't think there's enough out there on Levis, and he's going to have this whole week implemented as a starter. I think he'll be able to come out and surprise that defense.
It is a short week. They play tomorrow.
True, but I like the Titans here.
Man. I was honestly just going to pick the team that y'all two didn't pick. So
you're going to guess a tie then?
I'm going to go tie. Because I picked D-Hop on our fantasy game, I'm going Titans.
I don't like that.
I know. But it's also like if I'm going to, get with someone, I better be with you. So that
you got to stick close,
huh? Next game is in Germany. Dolphins at Chiefs. Now, normally one of us, lock one of these two teams. So I'm gonna let whichever one of you guys plan on locking start first. So, wow, okay, no locks
here.
I'll start first. Fins up, baby. Fins up. My fantasy team needs the Fins to play good, and it's a Tyreek Hill revenge game. So. I got the Dolphins. Dylan, what do you got?
I'm going to take the Dolphins as well. I think just with the Chiefs not leaving for Germany yet and the Dolphins are already there, like that plays big into it. And also the Chiefs just kind of look like garbage, especially against the Broncos right now.
I'm curious what the stat is, how many times Patrick Mahomes has lost twice in a row, if it's ever happened. I'm worried about that.
I mean, it probably hasn't, but if you let Russell Wilson throw all over you, you have a problem.
That's true.
Who is going to do 10 times the damage?
Tyler? Yeah, we know you're going to be different.
Right now, I've got the Dolphins on my paper, but you guys are really making me want to switch over. I'm going to stick with the Dolphins.
That makes me want to switch over.
The Chiefs can keep up offensively, but that defense, I don't know if they can stop the Dolphins very much. So
All right. Well, it's a clean sweep in Germany. Now, the Kirk Cousinless Vikings head down to Atlanta, who, if you guys remember, last week I said bold prediction, Taylor Heineke plays this game. And now Taylor Heineke's the starter. So,
Dobbs isn't starting, right?
Dobbs is, I don't know. I think right now it's Jaron Hall, BYU kid.
I heard too.
But I believe it's Jaron Hall versus Taylor Heineke. And so, Tyler, you're up.
If it was Dobbs, I would honestly be interested in the Vikings. I need Bijan to have a good game to make me feel good about a trade a couple of weeks ago, so we're going Falcons.
Dylan?
This is risky as hell, but I'm actually going to lock the Falcons.
I was just thinking one of you might.
Yeah.
Wow.
Heineke got hella disrespected by not starting this season. Desmond Ridder ain't nearly as good as him. And the Vikings don't really they're starting a rookie quarterback or a guy who's been on the roster for 5 days.
Yeah. Damn, I really don't want to pick the Falcons.
We might be seeing a Dylan Dance video come in the works this week.
I know, and
first real chance.
I just don't know if the Vikings. I just don't even want to watch this game.
Fair.
For the memes, I'm going Vikings.
For the memes.
My only thing is if you take away the Vikings receivers and tight ends, you're left with Cam Akers and Madison. Do they win that game with those two?
Actually, not only am I going Vikings, I'm putting the Vikings as my upset.
I was hoping you'd lock it in.
That would be.
I was gonna say that'd be a wild dude. No, you should lock it in. That's an automatic.
I was gonna try and talk one of you guys to locking in the Chiefs, so then I would lock in the Dolphins.
Oh, you could have talked me into choosing them. I don't think I ever would have locked them.
Yeah. Anyways, heading to Baltimore, Seattle comes to town. Seahawks at Ravens. Geno versus Lamar. Dylan, what are you thinking?
This one's tough. The line's kind of crazy on this one.
-5.5.
I mean, it is in Baltimore, but I'm going to stick with Baltimore. I don't know. Home field, I guess, is all I'm going with.
I mean, the Seahawks are playing up to their competition and down at the same time.
Yeah.
Really struggling with PJ Walker-led Cleveland, which I know is a good defense. But for that reason, I'm going Ravens as well. Tyler, switch.
I wish. There's only one guy that, if he was performing well, would have convinced me. Metcalf's just kind of been meh this year, so we're going Ravens.
All right. Speaking of PJ Walker-led Browns, the Cardinals head to town. Cardinals in Cleveland. Forgot where they were for a minute. Josh Dobbs is not starting. It's going to be the rookie. And I think Deshaun Watson practiced today. I don't know if he's starting yet. But
there's no chance of Murray playing, right?
I was going to say they said it's going to be one of them.
I don't think so, but I could be wrong.
When's Call of Duty come out?
Next week.
Next week. Okay. Might be good for one.
Tyler, what are you doing with this one?
I'm glad you went here first because I'm locking this one in with the Browns.
Damn,
I was scared you were going to take it.
I was going to take it.
I had a backup just in case. I'll tell you that one later. But I'm going to lock in the Browns just because the Cardinals should be all over the place. But who knows? Maybe they come out and get a touchdown or something.
There you go. Dylan, Brownies?
Yeah.
Yeah, Brownies sweep there. If it was Josh Dobbs, I think it would be more interesting.
But yeah, I still think even with Dobbs, it's the Browns.
I think so too, just because of that defense.
Yeah, it's a suffocating defense.
Now, the Rams head to the Cheeseheads. Rams at Packers. Dylan, we're going to start with you. We don't know if Matthew Stafford is playing. We do know Jordan Love is playing.
He hasn't practiced, and they said he probably won't practice Thursday or Friday.
I don't know. This one's tough. Jordan Love has looked like garbage. He's not good. That might be a negative against the Packers if he does play. I think I'm going to take the Rams. They put up a stinker, and they got something to prove.
I was so high on Jordan Love after week 2. I was like, hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. But now I'm like, hell no. So I also have the Rams.
It seemed like he was putting up a ton of yards.
He was like the first. He's the only quarterback to throw 6+ touchdowns in the first 2 games or whatever.
Yeah.
So, Tyler?
I also feel like him doing that good in the beginning could have also been you hadn't really seen him play a lot, and so the surprise teams and they're trying to figure him out. I don't have this game highlighted for a winner. You guys chose for me. Packers all the way, baby.
All right. We love to see it. Now, the Bucs at Texans. Buccaneers lost, pretty easily against the who did they play? Buffalo last week. And the Panthers smacked around Houston, winning by 1. It was awesome. And so, Tyler, who we picking here?
I don't know why, but for some reason I really like the Bucs this year, even though they haven't been doing great. So I'm going to keep riding with them. Not much else to say for either team, if I'm being honest.
Yeah. Dylan?
This is going to be my upset, actually. I'm going to take the Bucs.
I don't like that you're riding with me, but we'll take it.
I know for a fact CJ Stroud and Bryce Young are friends. And so Bryce Young just told them, listen, man, we're running the table, but we need a little bit of help, okay? We need you to take care of the Buccaneers next week. And CJ said, down. And so the Texans win this game.
Why is CJ doing a lineman move?
That was like his little dance.
Oh, that looks like you when you're going back to pass block.
You sure they're still friends?
Dude, they're best friends.
You don't think he'd hate him because he's doing so well?
They're best friends, but CJ Stroud knows that Bryce Young's better than him. Like, he knows that. He's like,
Bryce Young I wish didn't have any wins going into that.
I wish I was Bryce Young, but he has the most important one in their friendship. Could you imagine going 1-16 but beating your best friend? You would never let him live that down.
But your best friend can clap back with, hey, I've only thrown 1 interception.
Okay, he's thrown 4. Maybe 5. Anyways. Commanders at Patriots. Commanders just sold their entire defensive line. Could you imagine, though? Who was the first one that got traded to the Bears? Sweat. Could you imagine? He gets traded to the Bears. He's like, damn. Then he sees on his phone, Chase Young traded to the 49ers. And he's like, what the fuck?
Must make him feel better that he went for a higher pick.
That might maybe a little bit, but where would you rather be?
Did you see that the Bears GM said that they're working on an extension, and the Sweat came out and was like, no, we're not.
Nah.
I want to see how I feel about the place.
I did not see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like the most Bears thing ever.
Who knows? I might just walk.
The other Sweat's on the Eagles, right?
Yeah, Josh Sweat.
I was really hoping for a double Sweat. That would have been so cool.
Ooh, that defense would be sweaty.
Yeah.
You both. I hate you both. Dylan, who you picking this one? Commanders or Patriots?
I don't know. I hate both of them, honestly. I'm going to pick Patriots just because it's the Commanders is an Eagles rival.
Fair enough. Tyler?
I hate the Patriots. I hate trusting in Bill, but we're trusting in Bill at home. We're taking the Patriots. Who knows? They might have an offensive coordinator by the end of this week.
Josh McDaniels back to New England. Is that what I'm hearing?
My thing is, how does Ron Rivera get up every single morning and go to that facility when he knows they just sold? He knows he's not the head coach the next year, right?
Oh, definitely.
So you're going to go put your balls on the table and throw 1,700 deep balls and go for it on every 4th down, which could be good or bad. But there's no way in hell the Commanders are losing this game. Now, I'm not locking it. I'm still debating on my lock. But there's no way the Commanders lose this game.
I will say the McAfee show had a funny clip of them being like, Ron Rivera is going to get out there and they're going to ask about the Patriots. And he's like, our defense, Sweat and Chase are going to get after him. We're going to go get this good win. And someone's going to have to tell them that they got traded.
Yeah, I 100% would not shock me.
But phone doesn't get tweet notifications.
Next game, Bears at Saints. Now, is it Tyson or is it Justin Fields?
Because I heard it's Tyson still. They announced it like Monday.
You said what?
They announced it Monday that he was going to be the starter this week.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, perfect. Then I'm locking the Saints.
That was going to be my other lock, funny enough. That's crazy. We had the same mindset this week.
Which sucks because, we play the Bears next week, and I'm sure Bryce Young would have had that same conversation about like how to help us out. But it's fine this week. We can handle business with the Saints. So I'm locking the Saints. Where are y'all going?
Saints.
Even
if Fields was playing, I think I'd still go Saints.
I think just how much I hate the Saints, and it doesn't feel good locking the Saints.
Yeah, you shouldn't be allowed to do that, actually.
If someone else took this one, I have one more in mind. And
new rule: if you lock somebody in your team's division, you have to film a TikTok dance.
Just to be able to lock them.
I vote aye. Tyler, do you vote aye?
No, because there might be a time I want to lock someone in my division. That's not the goal.
Anyways, now the game of the week. Everyone's eyes are on this game. First pick versus the 4th overall picks back up. Colts Carolina. In Carolina. Tyler, I would love to hear from you.
We're easy. I've come out and said I wish the Colts would just keep losing, get a good receiver in the draft. They're going to beat the Panthers. It's a revenge game against their old head coach who was trash. They're going to show them, hey, you know what? You divided this locker room. We're going to beat up on you.
Oh.
Okay, Dylan, do you agree with him?
Colts. I don't know about all that shit he's talking. I'm not part of that. I just think
on the flip side of that, Tyler, Frank Reich's got the boys hooping and hollering over these motherfuckers. They fired me. They think they got better? No, they didn't get better. Ride for Frank. Panthers by 100,000.
I don't think they're fighting for Frank.
Are you sure you didn't want to say ride for Reich?
Anyways,
Frank doesn't even remember they won. He went to church after the game. I forgot all about it.
I really wish Anthony Richardson would be playing this game, because in my head I'm watching, because the entire game during the Texan game I was like, if CJ Stroud beats us, we made the wrong pick. If CJ Stroud beats us, we made the wrong pick. And so I need the same confidence beating whatever his name is, Anthony Richardson.
I think if he was playing, we would have been jealous of each other's, just because I would have been like, dang, I wish Richardson could throw like Young, and you would have been like, dang, I wish Young would run like Richardson. So
hey, I love my little 5'10" pocket passer, dude. I love him. Anyone who's saying that the Panthers are or he's not playing good doesn't watch Panthers games, and you can't blame them because we're not winning. Who wants to?
For a rookie, he's playing pretty good. Like playing good, for a rookie.
And he's about to have the craziest. How many games are left?
6,
10,
7, 8, something like that.
I don't know. 10. It's week 9.
Oh yeah, no, you're right. Anyways, this is about to be the craziest run the table you've ever seen. We're gonna get to 10 wins. That's where 10 came from. Anyways, more boring games. Giants at Raiders. Where were you guys when you got the notification that Josh was fired?
Immediately masturbating.
Not what were you doing right after, bro? Wasn't it after? Are you not celebrating No Nut November?
I'm just kidding, bro. Chill.
It must have been midnight. He got it right as it happened.
You still didn't. You still didn't answer the question.
No, I think I was at work or on my way. I don't even remember when it was.
Oh, because I woke up to it and it was like at 1 a.m. my time.
So I think I got to work and saw it.
What about you, Tyler? Where were you at?
I'm probably just waking up.
That's crazy though. But did you guys see the speech the Raiders coach gave? Kind of.
Oh my! He's got to touch him. He's just got to touch him.
I saw this.
This game is going to be ugly. I do think. No, wait, Daniel Jones not back yet, is he? Because they said Daniel Jones would be back versus the Cowboys.
No problem.
So I'm taking the Raiders here.
Good game to put him back in, because if he sucks, it's because the Cowboys are good, right?
True. Tyler, who are you picking?
I'm going Raiders. I think it speaks a lot that they didn't trade anyone away, and now it kind of makes sense because no one was there to answer any phone calls. But I think they're gonna try to
He
switch
got
things
fired
up.
because the lack of trading people away.
Oh well, I saw from a source that people tried calling and the phones weren't even picked up. Like
That's
I
crazy,
can't remember what GM it was, but he said they tried calling and nobody even picked up.
Damn.
So I think they're going to go a lot to Adams and a lot to Jacobs this week.
What about you, Dylan?
I'm taking Raiders, but I saw this thing and it's got to be a joke. But apparently, Josh McDaniels showed up dressed as Mark Davis, and he ordered him lunch. But as the fortune cookie, he had it say, "You're fired, hot shot."
Oh my god!
There's no way that's true, but if true,
Wild.
hilarious.
If true, I'm a Raiders fan.
Okay, now an actual good football game. Hopefully, Cowboys at Eagles in Philly. Dylan, we're gonna let you talk about this one first.
I think it's going to be a tight game regardless, and the Cowboys are coming off a really, really good game, so I think they're going to fall back to earth. The Eagles are going to win by 3 in overtime.
In overtime, wow.
Is that a lock? Technically, the overtime part?
That's not a lock. That's not a lock.
It doesn't go to overtime.
How many times does Kaden say dumb shit like that?
Almost
Chiefs
never.
by 90, and then they lose.
Almost never. Tyler, what do you think?
His team hadn't won a game. Yours has. So, like, legitimacy wise. I'm gonna go the Eagles. I'm not a Cowboys fan, so we'll go Eagles.
It sucks because I want to take the Cowboys, but I just don't know who. I know the defense is crazy, but who's gonna cover AJ Brown? Who's having this crazy?
Is the defense crazy though? Like, the Cowboys are only good when their defense gets like 3 touchdowns themselves,
which is good. Which
has happened twice this year.
That's happened like 3 or 4 times.
But I don't trust that defense.
For the sake of for content and hopefully pulling away in this competition, I'm riding with the boys.
You going to that game? Oh wait, no, it's in Philly.
It's in Philly. We'll probably go to the little Frisco spot where they'll play it on. It was so funny last year when they played the Eagles. Everyone was around there. That was when Cooper Rush was the quarterback, and everyone was over there. And everyone's like, that's when everyone said like, oh, he should start over Dak. He should start over Dak. And the Eagles just butt trucked him.
Oh yeah, they spanked him that game.
Now, is this inappropriate to call the?
Stop right there! I already know where you're going, bro. Chill.
Bills at Bengals. Bills.
I don't think I know where you were going with that.
in the jungle, the return of the Bills to the jungle.
This is such a good game. We have to all be streaming, right?
Yes. Sunday night. It's if you can't stream, you have to show me your titties.
I'll be there.
So either way, it's good for me. Tyler, you don't have an upset yet, or you don't have a lock yet.
I have a lock. My lock was the Browns.
Oops, I put the upset. I'm just so used to the Browns.
You do that every week for me. You know that? Every week you do that.
I don't think that's
At least
true.
This week San Francisco wasn't playing, so he could incorrectly talk about them 8 times.
Guys.
Hey, you guys had a good week. I don't think he's messed up really yet. I don't have an upset yet, so that's awkward. But we're not taking it here because I'm riding with the Bengals.
The Bengals.
I'm liking how they're looking. Heck, I'm trying to get their running back right now. So
seriously, Dylan.
Bengals. Bills, I don't know who we were talking about, but they played down to their competition. And the Bengals, I'm not saying are a worse or better team, but I just feel like this game is going to be one that they're just outmatched.
I don't know if I'm dumb for this. I don't know if I'm so close in the rankings that each time I let y'all go first, because normally my first thought is, okay, Bengals. But I don't know. I have a hunch, and I'm taking the Bills.
You know, he says he hates Josh Allen. I'm starting to think he secretly likes him.
I don't hate Josh Allen. I just don't think
he would blow Josh Allen.
I don't think he's as good of a quarterback as everyone thinks.
You say you don't hate him? You went off on like a 30-minute spiel, like one of our first videos, on how much you didn't like him.
No, I don't like his game. That's all, which is also not true. I do like his game, but I think people crowned him. But here's what actually bothers me about Josh Allen. Josh Allen and Cam Newton are not very different. And because they didn't give Cam Newton the same love that they've already given Josh Allen, it pisses me off. because Cam Newton
did it's
better.
A race team?
I mean, shit. I'm not here saying that, but they are literally the same. There's on Cam Newton's podcast today, dude. Someone asked him, "Are you a Hall of Famer?" And he said, "I don't give a fuck." And then he goes, "Like, come on, Cam Newton, answer the question. Answer the question." And he goes, "Oh, he's. I think Kanye said it, but I don't remember the quote. I'm gonna mess it up. But it's basically like, I was the first me, and now there's a bunch of me's out there, which is true. Anthony Richardson, freaking CJ Stroud is similar. Kyler Murray, they were all, yes, don't give me that look, Dylan. I promise you, even Tua was rocking a Carolina Panthers jersey back in the day and modeled his game after Cam Newton.
Wasn't Cam just a copycat of Vic?
Are you fucked? Are you kidding me, Tyler? How is that even the same?
I think
Cam Newton would run your ass over, pick you up, and run you over again.
But
Michael Vick was shifty. Cam Newton was a better passer and a better runner than Michael Vick.
All I'm saying is, when I think of Mike Vick and Cam, I think the same guy, but Vick's better.
See, now we're talking.
Cam Newton's a reincarnation of Steve Young.
You said what?
Cam Newton's a reincarnation of Steve Young.
But see, that's closer. That's closer than Michael Vick. That really is, genuinely. Anyways.
He reminds me a lot of Brett Favre.
Chargers at Jets. Tyler, which one are you? Your upset must be the Jets?
It has to be, because I kind of forgot about my upset. I had a lot of other picks. I probably should have even taken the Packers. But it's my fault for forgetting. We'll take the Jets as an upset. Let's go, Jets.
I kind of like that upset, though. The Chargers are stinky. But I'll take the Chargers. Dylan?
I think last game was a get-right game for the Chargers, so I think they're going to start rolling a little bit better.
By the right choice. You want to know who Herbert reminds me of?
Who? Let's hear it. Say it. Drew Brees.
Cam Newton.
I'm telling y'all, there's 3 things I learned on this podcast. 1, I will be the picks leader after this week. 2, DeMar Hamlin revenge game. 3,
I love those things that say DeMar has the chance to do the funniest thing.
Yeah, that's the
T. Higgins. Yeah, they both do.
Yeah. We should not. This podcast has gotten canceled before we even have 20 subscribers. So,
can you just imagine though if they play it as a joke?
No, bro, I could not.
It's fine. He gets cut after this game. I think it's like, you know what? We let you stay on the team.
I legit think he would be cut because he's been a healthy scratch for multiple weeks.
I don't think they can cut him though because of the optics.
You'd have to get a new ambulance. Their ambulance is literally named after him.
That's serious. Which is weird. He had his jersey retired on the ambulance. That's weird. Anyways, that's it for Triple Option. Week 9 preview. Catch us on Thursdays, Sundays, and Monday nights doing streams for football. Now the NBA season's back, so whenever we feel like hopping in for that, we'll make sure to let y'all know. But I imagine we'll probably do some streaming for NBA as well. But until next time.
Peace.
You say peace like the handicapped kids on TikToks.
You are still recording.